All right. So here's the thing. I'm a millennial, and I have a few things I'd like to get off my chest as a millennial. Now, I'm going to speak on behalf of my entire generation and any generation that feels the same way as I do. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there right now thinking or to themselves, who is this guy to speak on my behalf? So, for all of you, I'm going to speak in spite of my generation. So, I'm going to speak on behalf and in spite of my generation. Because I know there's always going to be people out there that are always going to have a problem with something. So here's the thing. I got a few things I'd like to get off my chest, as I said, about millennials. And one of the things I wanted to say is we're not lazy, we're not stupid, we're not entitled, we're not confused. We're just done. We're done with we're done with the stupidity. We did everything that we were told to do. We went to school. We took on 20 years of debt at 19 years old, not knowing how that was going to impact our life. We were told that this was an investment in our future. Really, what we were doing is we were mortgaging our future. We took unpaid internships, we took entry level jobs, right? We were coachable, we were patient, we smiled and waved, right? We paid our dues. But while we were doing all that, the deal changed. The future that we were sold expired. We were promised stability. What did we get? We got volatility. We were promised freedom and safety. What did we get? We got neither freedom nor safety. Just like we were warned by people before, by greater minds before us. Everything in our lives became temporary. Our houses are temporary. Our identities are temporary. Our jobs are temporary. Everything is a subscription. We don't own our music. We don't own our software. We don't own our movies. We don't own our homes. We don't own our time. We don't own our lives. Essentially, that's what it is. Do you own your life? Or does somebody else own your life 1 hour at a time? Is the reality that we're selling our lives to the highest bidder 1 hour at a time to go out and make their dream come true? Not to build our dream, not to build the dream that we want for our lives, to go out and build somebody else's dream for them. That's what we're doing here. And they tell us we're lucky. Like we're the lucky ones. Our entire lives are tracked, monitored, recorded. We're stuck in an endless game of comparison to other people's opinions, to other people's lives, to the global marketplace, to previous generations. And they tell us to smile, to work harder. When here's the thing, we're the most educated generation in the history of all time. We're the most we're the most technically advanced, we're the most connected, right? And we're the most exhausted. And we're tired. Now, it's not because of a lack of motivation, it's because of a lack of meaning. That's the problem. We were told success is linear. Step one, step two, step three, right? Career, home, family, stability. What do we get? Corporate takeovers. We got pivots. We're gonna downsize. We got corporate reorgs. These aren't careers that we're building. We're not building careers with what we're doing. This is a survival strategy. That's all it is. The only reason why most of us are working is because that's the only way we can survive. We have to work regardless if it's meaningful or not to survive. And we're tired of pretending. We're told to be grateful, and we are grateful. Not for the dream that you sold us, that they sold us. We're grateful that we figured it out. We figured out what's actually going on here. We were told you could do anything, and you can do anything. But that's not what they meant. What they meant was you can do anything we tell you to do. As long as you listen to us, and we did listen to you, we will not steer you wrong. And we've determined and figured out that's not true. And here's what really makes me mad. Not breaking things mad, not screaming mad, clear mad. The kind of mad where you can see through the bullshit. That kind of mad. I guess you could call it righteous anger. Because we don't want, the thing is, we don't want luxury. We don't want fame. We don't want Lamborghinis. We don't want yachts, man. We just want enough. We want enough money to breathe. We want enough time to think. We want enough to be able to plan for a future with no strings attached. We're not asking for much here. We want to be able to matter. We want the things to do to matter. We want to matter again. We want the work that we do to matter again. We want to be appreciated for what we do again. We want to be appreciated for the work that we do. But here's the thing. The system needs us tired. Why? Because tired people don't rebel. Tired people don't think. Tired people consume, right? Tired people scroll. Tired people comply, right? And then what do? What do? They keep us distracted. They find ways to distract us. They find ways to make sure that we're arguing with everybody about the things that don't fucking matter. That's what's happening. And they divide us by politics. They divide us by identity. They divide us by characteristics any way that they can so that we don't stop and look up and say, this ain't fucking it. And the craziest part that I find is we blame ourselves. We think we're behind. We think we screwed something out. We think we messed up. We think we missed the window. When the window was closed before we even got there. That's not failure. That's fraud. That's what that is. And you wonder, and people wonder why we're mad. Yeah, I'm mad. I think a whole generation's mad. I think all of the millennials are starting to get really fucking mad right now. So yeah, I'm mad as hell. Not because life is hard, because life has always been hard. Life has never been easy. That's why they call it life and not easy. I'm mad because we were lied to with a smiling face. Right? Grin the fucking grin. And we were told this is the best that it ever could be. We're told this is it. Live this life or you're finished. And the great thing is, I no longer believe that. I realize that's not true. And I think we're starting to realize that's not true. And here's the part they don't expect. We're done asking permission. We're opting out confidently. We're rethinking our lives. We're redefining success and what it means to be successful. And we're walking away from shit that doesn't fucking serve us. We're finished. It's over. You're done. We see your game. We see what you've done here. Because real change requires clarity. And clarity sounds like this. I'm not broken. I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to continue to pretend this makes sense. I'm a millennial and I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to fucking take it anymore. Okay? So for anybody that wants to support this channel, like, subscribe, share, dislike, I don't care what you do. Comment, let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about this? Gen X, how do you feel about this? Millennials, how do you feel? Gen Z, how do you feel? And tell me, am I on to something here? Right? Help me on this journey. Also, for the $4.49 a month, jump on my membership. Help me create and get this message out as far and wide as I possibly can. But more importantly, and this is the most important thing that people forget, but this is it. Just be yourself and stop caring what other people think about you and get mad, because anger, righteous anger, that's what's going to spur you on. That's what's going to actually drive the change you need in your life. And that's what we need right now. We need some anger, some righteous anger, right? Because I'm a millennial. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Share this far and wide. I'm Matt Ross. I'm the Gnome Wolf.